All right, I'm gonna call to order the village board meeting at the Lisbon Village Hall on Tuesday, October 10th, 2023 at 6:32 PM. Roll call, please.
President Osterman,
Here.
trustee Plotecker,
Here.
trustee Moonen,
Here.
trustee Beal,
Here.
trustee Quinn,
Here.
administrator Nicholas.
Here.
Treasurer Gerard is present on Zoom. Interim fire chief Michelle Drager is present and in the audience, and clerk Elisa Capazzo Catch to record the minutes.
I will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence, please.
Oh, boy.
I pledge allegiance to the
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item 3 is comments from citizens present. Anyone here wish to make any comments? Anyone on Zoom? Was there one other person on Zoom?
Anyone on Zoom wants to comment? Please use the raise hand function or unmute. No
Item-
hands raised on Zoom.
Thank you. Item 4 then is consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are considered in one motion unless a board member requests that an item be removed for separate consideration. We have the June 7th, 2023 special village board minutes, the September 6th, 2023 village board minutes. Pay request number 1 to Wander Construction for water main extension in the amount of $292,781.40. Pay request number 3 to Butine Peterson for the LBPE street improvements in the amount of $254,785.87. We have reducing the Pheasant View Meadows line of credit amount by $84,640.99 for new balance of $357,791.33. We have a letter of credit and elimination for Twin Pines Farms 3. We have ordinance 2023-18 to amend section 4 parent H 16.A.I of the zoning code regarding pet grooming. The CUP amendment add LSPT 0286.999.007 and LSPT 0286.999.008 to the Land and Stone Quarry. We have the 2023-2024 Waukesha County Tax Collection Agreement, and we have the 2024-2025 Baker Tilly Audit Engagement Letter. Does anyone wish to have any of those items removed for separate consideration, or is there a motion on the consent agenda?
I make a motion, we approve 4A to J as presented.
Motion by Linda to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Paula. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 5 is accounts payable. Authorizing the payment of the Falls Auto Parts bill dated 9/14 for the amount of $1,063.59 and 9/28 for the amount of $167.80. Is there a motion on it?
I'll make a motion to approve 167.80.
All
And 1,063.
right, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, second by Becky. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item B, authorizing the payment of the remaining bills dated 9/14 for $312,475.93 and 9/28 for $157,347.41 and 10/6 for $513,697.46.
Okay, so capital expenses for each one, 84,004, 84,15, you have to pay for $13,142 for management group for skill, $10,000 for your phone, $7,612 and 50 cents for public hearing, $7,350 to go HR, $68,960.94 to the county treasurer, $43,129.25 for public hearing, $39,385.90 to like county construction, and $24,406.07 for building inspection. $442,139.62 for paving. $24,882.08. Building inspection, $7,537. Municipal law, $7,314.60. Voting and $5,000. I ask for your approval.
Any questions for Kathy, or is there a motion on the check registers?
I have a question. I'm sorry. Okay, the We Energies, there's a $2,200 bill for, let me see, streetlights. What is that for? Which streetlights?
So street lights in the village?
Is that for,
These are normal street, these are our normal street apparatus.
so we bought new lights?
No, we did not buy new lights. We've had them all replaced in the last 3 years, we had them all replaced to LEDs. But I don't know if that's just our regular. Find it. But we didn't, I'll look it up.
Okay, that's fine. And then there's the Richmond School. Or Richmond Road, never mind. I think the 129620. Is that by the new subdivision that Sussex has got? That's what I would also like to know. Oh, it says fire department for FD for fire department.
And that was, which bill is that?
129620.
That's the energy scheme?
Yep. You can email it, that's fine.
Okay.
Are you asking about those streetlights, just the total?
Yeah,
So that's all the intersections in the town and village.
That's the one.
They're all,
Streetlight.
so I know that, but I'm just saying, we don't usually pay that much a month. I was just wondering why it was so high. That was all.
getting.
I will,
I mean, it
Yeah,
is getting dark.
yeah, and,
get to them.
okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Is there a motion on the check registers?
I'll make a motion to approve the check registers as presented.
Is there a second?
I second.
Linda, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item C, authorizing the payment of the utility district bills dated 10/4 for the amount of $28,009.23.
Yeah, that was $401.98. Upper engineering for $4,237. Legal fees for $1,587. Maintenance and repairs for pump services of $6,565. The tax and financial rise was $2,304.18. And whole village licenses, $430.30. Village subject was $12,346. Energy was $320.27. Workforce is $160.67. And that was it. It was like in-house. I asked for your.
Any questions or comments? Or is
Yes,
there-
I do. Because in the past, we've always had a printout of what DeBellix bill is, DeBellix, and I like to know if it's our charge or their charge. I like to see that every month. And as far as Kunkel Engineering, what is the 4237? I'd like to know what that's for, because I haven't seen anything
That's really what we want. We saw all those maps.
on the maps.
They did the initial work on, Circle Drive subdivision. So think of all the things that we were working on in public works. Utilities that, they could get was, that's where the always,
And legal fees regarding all of those too for the attorney? Because I always like to see what it's for. I don't like just to get this and go, okay,
and we're not, we were putting it in the packet.
yes,
We were asked not to put it in the packet, so you just can't do this.
No, I want to see them.
Well, I think we're seeing them at the utility bill.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see them, now. I want to see them with the bill. If I could,
I'm happy to get them.
yeah. And like, just curious, like, and it says payments for Holt Village, like, well, it's supposed to be licenses. It's revenues, but we pay it out. What is that about? It says revenues. On the bottom?
Revenues on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Miscellaneous revenue.
Uh-huh.
It's the, whole excavation. And their, right-of-way permit.
Well, why is it labeled revenues then? Revenues means we usually get in.
Yeah, because it was brought in, they paid it, both paid it.
Okay. Maybe then I would get the revenues up, because it's, to me, it's misleading. You're expecting money to come in.
They did, that money did come in. It's a revenue.
Right. Then why are we giving them money?
No, we're not giving them. This is, it says miscellaneous revenue.
Right.
Here's the, well,
Switch.
so. They're sending that to the check for it.
Okay.
Which other one did you want to see it out of the?
Well, Kunkel, I know they did a lot of absence and so forth. And I know what the 63 is for, the postage, I know, but
Going to, so the municipal law litigation is for delinquent hookup fees, doing the research on our sanitary district hookup fees and our working on the code, our agreement, development agreement, our 1998 agreement. When we were going through all of the review of all of our past agreements, to ask them to review that.
okay,
They did that for.
okay.
Yeah.
And then what about the village of, bless you.
Thank
It just says maintenance and repairs. What's that for? 1240. On the back page. Yeah. Again, you can send it to me.
Just looking for 12.
Mhm.
August usage. I will
Well,
we'll send you a copy of them.
okay, yeah, because it says maintenance and repairs. Okay, thank you.
When we get those. And from, like, let's just send them all.
Yes,
Later this week.
yes, I would like that. Thank you.
Yes, but.
And curious, how are we paying? It's $40 a meeting for the other board members? There's been nothing on here. Where are they being paid?
They get paid at the end of the year.
End of the year, okay. All right, I thought they were paid every minute, maybe, and I didn't know.
No.
All right, thank you. I know, I know. Okay, perfect, thank you.
Just while we squeeze it in on bills, I looked back in July for Richmond and streetlights, they're about identical.
Oh, are they? Wow,
Thanks, Ma'am.
LEDs are that much. Okay.
All right, is there a motion on item C?
I make a motion, we accept it as presented.
I'll say.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I,
Opposed? Carries 5-0. Item 6, announcements and correspondence. We have the Public Works and Utility Committee meeting on Wednesday, the eighteenth at 5 p.m. here at the Village Hall.
Mhm.
Parks, Public Hearing and Plan Commission meeting on Wednesday, the 25th at 6:30 p.m. at the Richard Young Fire Station. We have a Parks Committee meeting on Wednesday, November 8th at 5 p.m. here at the Village Hall. And then a budget public hearing and village board meeting on Wednesday, November 8th at 6:30 p.m. here at the Village Hall. Do you have any other announcements or correspondence for anyone? All right, item 7, administrator report.
All right, so some of this is just things that you had asked me to take care of this last time. So I worked on the budget, worked on a new code for sewer. For the sewer code, contacted the league about logins for the board. Emailed Michelle about donation letters, contacted GovHR to get a quote for the administrator's recruitment. Had a meeting with Captain Panis about budget and Orin about reducing bills. Met with the Sharps concerning bills. There are 2 non-compliance properties. Both have been on the report for months. One is Torn, running a business, and Spence, we're waiting on that property to go through probate. So that's going to be on there for a little while. For the department, the September department reports, I sent them all out to you, but the clerk's department drafted various ordinance summaries as needed and sent them to the newspaper for publication. Prepared agenda and minutes for village board, plan commission, public works and utility and JRB meeting. For the TID review, continuing work on the 2024 budget preparation for the clerk, village hall, elections accounts, continuing document compilation and updates on 2024 elections, drafting various ordinance summaries as needed, sent them to the newspaper for publication. In the highway division, the staff completed the second round of roadside mowing. Staff prepped and hosted the electronic and appliance recycling event with the tire roundup on September 16th. Staff installed reflective delineators at the quiet zone RR crossing on North Lisbon Road, and staff replaced culverts on Howard Lane and Beacon Hill Drive. The Parks Division staff prepped for the grand opening of the Lisbon Oaks basketball court. Staff had the hydrant for the ice rink replaced, and staff planted a memorial tree and plaque. The DPW attended the county Public Works Association meeting trade show on September 13th. Attended the Public Works and Utility Committee meeting on the 20th of September, met with the salt shed contractor to create a punch list, and met with the recycling depot to prep for the recycling event on September 16th. And then he completed the interior build out of the compost shelter with the help of staff. Fire had 5 fire calls, 43 medical, 9 ALS, 1 interfacility transport, 9 vehicle accidents. We've received mutual aid 5 times and gave mutual aid 27 times. And the sheriff had 82 traffic stops, 46 citations, 32 verbal warnings, 47 times assisted fire EMS, 81 building checks. There were 35 911 hangups and 14 alarms and 21 follow-up investigations. Seems high on the hangups, so we'll check them. That's my report.
Any questions for Kathy? Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Item 8, new business. A, discussion and necessary action regarding new application for combination Class A retail alcohol license by Zachary Charles Hutchins for Quick Trip. DBA Quick Trip number 1299, West 221 North 6314 Leeds Lane for the 7/1/2023 through 6/30/2024 license year.
This is the annual retail only liquor license for the new Quick Trip that will be opening in November over at Business Park East. We did run the necessary background checks and everything was done according to state statutes. So we ask for your approval.
Questions, or is there a motion?
I'll make a motion, we award a combination Class A retail alcohol license to the new Quick Trip.
Is there a second?
I second.
By Linda. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries 5-0. Item B, discussion necessary action regarding future fire services. So this is one I asked to be put on here, for, I'll say a few months, probably a little longer. I had been meeting with a few elected officials, namely the head elected officials of Sussex, the village of Pewaukee and city of Pewaukee, to discuss possibilities of different things that our fire service could look like. We did include police in there for a little bit, but that hasn't been discussed.
I'm
And
sorry, what?
we did include police for a little while,
Okay.
but haven't discussed that in quite a while, namely because we have a contract with the sheriff's department. Not saying that wouldn't come up again, but hasn't yet. And it kind of got narrowed down to mainly a discussion between the city of Pewaukee and us as far as if we could do something together. And what that would look like, and at this point, I would be asking for the board to request the city of Pewaukee do an RFP for a contract with us. Now, this would be getting the information together. It would involve their chief to come in and assess our equipment, assess our capital needs, and it would also involve doing an appraisal at some point of the equipment, which we had talked about potentially sharing between each community, but that would all be part of this proposal. So at this time, there's nothing really more than that to report at this time, so it'd just be asking for a motion to seek an RFP from the city of Pewaukee.
Do we also want to state that the president could work with Pewaukee to help refine some of the contract? Or the proposal, I should say. Because they're gonna need a point person, I would think. Everybody okay with the president?
Mhm.
Just place it in the motion if you want,
Okay.
if you want it that way.
We had met with them a few years ago and we didn't get all that far with them at that point. It was just mainly, they came in and did a presentation, but this would be becoming more encompassing and actually assessing equipment and seeing where it would be.
Mhm.
So I would make a motion then to approve approaching Pewaukee for an RFP on fire services and to make our village president the point person on details of such.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
By Paula, second by Mark. Discussion? Aaron, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item C, approve the notice of disallowance of claim for Michael Garrick.
So we had a claim that came out from Mr. Garrett when our Buton Peterson was doing the work on Town Line Road. There was uneven pavement. He took a tumble with his motorcycle and he is claiming injuries. Our insurance company is stating that we should disallow that claim as we had a vendor responsible for signage and the insurance and maintenance on that road during that time. So they put a claim against us, the county, and Joe D. Because that highway department, they figured he was responsible for signs, but in our contract with Buton Peterson, signage was the responsibility of the vendor. So our insurance company says disallow. And so that's what this process is for.
Did he hurt himself bad?
I don't know. It's just the process. They give us the claim and we don't really go into it in detail.
So he's still able to go after the,
We don't have to do anything. We disallow. And then they go after, they go to Buton Peterson's insurance.
Do we do a motion? on this?
Yes. Motion and approve.
I'll make a motion to accept the notice of disallowance of claims of James.
Oh, no, Michael Garrett.
The second one, yeah.
Notice of I'll make a motion to approve a notice of disallowance of claims of Michael Garrett against the village of Elizabeth.
Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Linda. Any discussion?
So this doesn't stop his process cold, right? He still has somewhere to go to,
It's just not us. We're not the right people.
okay, I understand.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item D, approving the notice of disallowance of claim for James Gottmuller.
Okay,
I said that
Mr. Gottmuller, was driving down, North Lisbon Road. He, veered because people were parking or were walking down the road. He veered and he hit the median by the railroad, that island, and did damage to his car. This, our insurance company said this is on the driver, not on the village, on how he handled his car. So, disallowance is the direction we would go in on this one as well.
I'll make a motion to approve the notice of disallowance of claims of James Gottmiller against the village of Lisbon.
Is there a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 9 is a closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.85, parent 1, parent G, for the purpose of conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is running or oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved, more specifically regarding non-compliance sanitation for Ron Torn, and pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.5, parent E, for the purpose of deliberating and negotiating purchasing of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. More specifically regarding Brian Builder's amendment to extend due diligence period on the 6.7 acres in Business Park East. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
I make a motion to go into closed session.
Moved by Paula, is there a second?
I second.
Second by Linda, roll call vote, please.
President Osterman,
Aye.
trustee Plotaker,
Aye.
trustee Moonen,
Aye.
trustee Beal,
Aye.
trustee Quinn.
Aye.
You're in closed session then at 6:59.
Just a
Finish up.
moment.
We came out of closed session at 7:47. We would be looking for a couple motions here. One motion would be to reduce the Ron Torn fine to $600
Are you making that? I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
by Marks, second by Paula. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We'd also be looking for a motion to extend the offer to purchase to Brian Builders per the addendum.
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Becky,
I second it.
second by Linda. Any discussion?
Hmm.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. And item 11 would be moving for adjournment.
Oh,
So
Moved by Mark,
I'll second.
second by Paula. No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Opposed? We are at 7:49.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
7:49.